Mask off.
This is the real
Podcast. 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 Yeah.
This is
One thing we say one when it count down.
you know. Why is it always 5, 4, 3, 2?
Just like that, like straight into it. Okay, do we gotta do it?
Yeah, I'm hearing. Did you hear any static? Wait, hang on, I'm listening. No, it was just me.
Alright, I should move my phone away from the damn microphone. Right.
All this technology in the room giving us cancer.
Jesus. I don't want that. It's bad enough we smoke cigarettes.
What else are you gonna do? You're surrounded by carcinogens all over the world.
Jesus Christ.
We're all dying. We're all gonna die of cancer.
I don't want to die of cancer.
What's up, y'all? This is how we're gonna start the show today. Really somber. We're all gonna die of cancer.
What the fuck?
Welcome to the Real Mask Off Podcast, where we're here to be negative.
Damn. That is not what we're here for. Welcome to another episode of the Real Mask Off Podcast. It's your boy, Austin Bacon Sr.
And I was gonna say something. I'm just Alex. I was gonna say something, but I can't. I just forgot.
Yeah, I say hello already. Jesus Christ. The session was like 6 hours ago. Oh shit, what was that?
Mike fell out.
Oh man.
6 hours ago. He was like,
Just take that all the way back. We ain't getting none of that.
no, we got it. We're good. We're good.
There we go.
There we go. We're good. We're just unedited.
Know what you were saying?
Yeah, you said it seems like 6 hours ago, but I feel like it lasted 6 hours. It was like a 6 hour sesh. We did a lot of other things. Remember, we were scoping out some real estate,
Hell yeah.
hopefully,
Yeah.
for the future.
I don't know if we was ready to tell everybody that, but we was, man. We was checking out some real estate, just seeing what's out there.
Not as if we had money, as if we were window shopping. There's a difference, right?
Damn right.
Where's window shopping? Looking at buildings and imagining what it could be. What it could be.
And what it can be, and what it will be.
So what do you think, man? How was our week? Was it a good week? Do we have a good week?
It's hot.
It's hot up here.
Yeah, it was real hot. But aside from that, yeah, I had a great week. I don't know, like, it's just
4th of July week, short week.
yeah, it was a
It's
short
the day after 4th of July, everybody. So I'm not hungover. You just feel hungover.
Yeah, it's just like our days are a little backed up because I ain't never been off on no Friday in a long time. So today feel like a Sunday and it's only Saturday.
Yeah, I usually take a Monday off. So I'm having a Friday off. But you need that third day rest. That helps. I'm sure everybody out there is appreciative of that.
Hell,
Relaxing on this Saturday.
I know
It's
I
going to be
am.
90-something today, 90-something tomorrow.
I'm loving it.
Back to the grind. No other holiday till Labor Day. And then that just signifies summer's over. School started.
Yeah.
The whole nother grind. You're going to have a lot more on your plate again.
Oh man, I'm ready for it though.
Yeah, but doesn't it seem like summer goes by so fast for the kids?
It does.
Because when did they technically get out? Around about when did your kids get out?
My kids have been out like now for like 2-3 weeks.
Middle of June?
Yeah.
Middle of June?
Yeah.
Then you got
My oldest daughter, she got out of college in August though. Like,
yeah, they don't count.
yeah.
You don't gotta drop
Not
them up.
not August, but she got
May or something, right?
Yeah, May.
Yeah.
I said August. She goes back in August, I believe though. But
Yeah,
like,
when the kids are older, the college thing, that's totally different. But when you have to go through, or your wife has to go through 3 different schools and shit like that, that's crazy. High school, middle school, elementary school, take one here at this time, this starts at that time, go to this one, pick this one up. Then you get a call. This one says it's sick.
yeah,
Then you go back, get that one.
yeah.
Then come back, get the other one.
Mm-hmm.
And then that one's taking forever because he's looking for the other one, but he didn't realize he called off sick. So now he don't get out to the school till last. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's all fucked up.
Yeah, some bullshit. You get. Hey,
Oh, it all pays off in the end, though.
I honestly, I give mad kudos to my wife because that's who has to deal with that. By the time any of them have to go anywhere, I'm already at work.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So that's the cookie and how it crumbled. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't ever really have to experience that unless I'm actually at the crib, and that's when my wife. I could be sick. That's the only time I'm not at work. I'll be sick, and my wife would be like, "Oh yeah, babe, you here? You can go do that."
Yep.
I'm like,
that was the same.
babe, I'm not
a free day.
home from work because I'm in good health. I'm at the crib because I'm fucked up. Like, that's why I be at work.
I used to say too, though, if she was sick and I did stay taking care of the kids, when they're all young and little, and you don't have a conversation with a real person that's over maybe 12, for a whole day or for a whole weekend, mama's laid up sick or something, or for a few days, you can't wait to go back to work in the 90-degree heat, picking up heavy things, getting cut up, any of that. You're like, I'll take that any day.
I'll take that any day.
Any day.
Any day.
Just normal interaction. You look over your kid like, what are you thinking about? It's like, lollipops.
Lollipops.
Like, what?
What the fuck?
Yeah, what if they're as big as buildings? And we climbed up, and when we started from the top down, licking them down all the way down, how long would it take? And it's just like, I wish I could be that free.
Yeah.
I wish I could think like you.
Yeah.
I can't anymore. The life has crushed my skull.
It has consumed my mental bandwidth. Well, that's the good part about being a child, and I love that for the kids. And that's why I said I love the fact that I'm able to have, I don't know, this is like my third time today alone saying this to you, Alex. I'm like, Austin, I'm tired of hearing this shit. But yeah, man, like, it's actually a good thing that I have somebody that, kind of like gives me like a blueprint, because it's not the exact same, but it's a lot of similarities that, you have in the way.
Yeah, our life's definitely parallel.
Fucking yeah.
And like when we said on the sesh today, you're in a spot for a reason, so make the best of it and do the best with it.
Facts.
that you should, because I didn't realize till you get older, every moment is precious, and you just kind of have to find your way without, you got to flow. It's weird. Like if Bruce Lee's like flow like water, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it is, you kind of got to flow. And you and I know that just with our job, you got to have a rhythm out there. You got to flow.
Facts.
And everything will be smooth.
Yeah.
So get them little things together and flow together.
Yeah.
You'll be straight. But when we are talking about kids and just like the things that may go through their mind and stuff. So I want to talk today, like a little bit about like psychics and mediums and things like that.
Yeah.
The paranormal, not necessarily aliens, UFOs, but going in the other direction spiritually.
Yeah.
Ghosts and things like that, demons and all that.
Yeah.
And like with kids, they tend to say that when they're born, they're more open.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of stories where it'd be a young 5-year-old or something says that, I was a World War I vet back in a past life, or I was your dad in a past life. Now I'm your son, No, seriously, there's a lot of like kids seem to be closer to that, or more open. Their third eye seems to be more open, less calcified, or less closed from just being newly on the earth, and maybe being children. And we all know children are special just because of their innocence, like animals.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure they're more enlightened in that aspect. But I wonder sometimes, like, a lot of people thought, well, it's a hoax, and people, it's a grift, being a medium or being a psychic.
Mm-hmm.
The type that'll be like, hey, Austin, I see this connection to you with an older lady, maybe G something, and it picks up onto you, and you're like, oh yeah, that's my grandma, Gladys, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or we called her G, you know what I mean? So some people look at that as like a mentalism, a grift. Everybody, you can kind of weave your way into them and figure it out. And I'm not really talking about that kind today either. You know, I'm talking about deep within you, more personal type experiences.
Yeah.
You know, kind of just being honest. And I don't know, sometimes you might have something that happens to you or things that happen over a period of time, and you find that it's strange and odd. And if it's repetitive and it turns out to be validated to you, then you start to wonder, well, do I even talk about this or anything? Do I seem crazy?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You want me to tell you something? Like, remember, we had we kind of like talked about it a little bit. I was thinking it was either episode 8 or 7. And within like talking about like the Matrix, I think there was a 7.
On the spirituality part side of the Matrix.
Yeah. But I was saying like more so as like, okay, I'll just speak up for myself. I pick up on energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a vibe,
Frequency. People's frequencies.
Yeah, I think that's what. Yeah, that's the best term to use for that because
it's itemized, numbered for somebody, like 432, or you know what I mean. A frequency you're getting specific to.
Yeah, because I feel it. Like if someone's down, if someone's like in a very like I can feel how they feel, if that makes is weird.
No, that's like having they would call it in this, just really quick to say, in the psychic part, in the paranormal part, that they would say that that's empathic.
Okay.
You being more in tune to the emotions of other people, having that empathy to.
Even when they're masking it, like I told you, like that example I used with the guy at the store. You remember? I was like, I got him to smile. Cause
that
was my whole point, because I felt it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you felt it before.
Way before. Like,
the negative.
Yeah.
And then you tried to clean it up.
Yeah.
And when you left, you felt it positive.
Yeah. Like, I felt his energy change. Like, I literally felt it. Like, and I stuck around for whatever reason. I don't know. That's just me. A lot of people are like, oh, Austin, you'll be stuck talking to people. Because like, I literally feel whatever they're going through at that moment. I don't know why or how to explain it. And I don't talk about that shit because it do sound crazy. But like, literally, that's one of the things, like, you know, and I say that shit to my wife like 1,000 times. I used to say that. And I probably still say it to her. And I know my family tired of hearing her saying it. But when I was like in prison, I was like, I dealt with 2,200 personalities, different personalities. That's what the fuck I was talking about, bro. I was dealing with everybody's emotion. I could feel it. And that shit was like chaotic.
And then you have to learn how to control it.
Yeah.
Or you don't deal with it right, and then you get punished.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? In that sense.
Yeah.
Whether it's through guards or through people or whatever, or just in general.
Mm-hmm.
That's something you had to deal with.
Yeah.
And learn how to master and learn what was the actual good feelings, the bad feelings, what made me feel threatened, what made other people threatened, but not me threatened.
Mm-hmm.
Because then that's another level of it when you're talking about individuality, person, them being in the room, and then also other people being surrounding in the rooms, energies. People are like in crowds, music festivals or stuff, people love to gang up.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I feel like people get into a riot situation or a ganging up situation just because their energy and frequency now has been sucked into that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know themselves as well.
Yeah.
They don't know their own frequencies and their own energies.
Yeah.
It's not at that time.
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact.
I wonder too, like, so I would have, like a dream aspect for me. I have a lot of strange instances, I would say, but also seem validated. Like I feel like in my dreams, I'll have dead people visit me, family members, or maybe sometimes stranger, but somebody that I might know, might know them. And I always know through my validation when it's real is when I can feel that person in my dream. So for example, like I have a couple instances where it was like, my aunt had passed in her 40s. She was special. And she was a pivotal person in my life, my Aunt Lisa. About 2 years prior to that, my grandma had passed. Maybe it was maybe a year. I can't remember. Maybe a little over a year. But Lisa, you know, she would still need like help and stuff. She wasn't doing good staying by herself on her own. So I wanted to move her in. You know, cut short, it didn't happen. She ended up passing in the place she was staying. I felt bad about it. You know, I felt upset. And I was like, damn, I wish I would have moved sooner or thought sooner or did sooner. And then I had my grandma visit me in a dream before. And when anybody visits me in a dream and they touch me, they feel me, and I can feel it, that's how I know it's something real for some reason. All my dreams aren't the same. So, for example, after Lisa died, when my grandma came back and said, hey, I'm in a living room, and yet there's this like haziness in front of me and a couch and a beautiful, you know, blonde hair, blue-eyed girl that looked like my aunt. My aunt had a lot of physical issues. This girl didn't have that. That's why she's like beautiful, like nothing was wrong. You know what I mean? No physical issues. That my aunt was small. She had heart issues when she was real young, so it stunted her growth and all this, and overweight, you know. So, and she would like glow, and I see my grandma, and she comes up and she hugs me, and I feel that embrace, and then I know in my head, I just know, okay, this is real. And she's like, I'm like, is that Lisa? She's like, yeah, that's Lisa. She's doing good. And then so that one doesn't necessarily point a picture of validation, but that's just an example of the touching aspect. What points, I mean, this is a good one I got here for a validation, is like my dad had to go through hip surgery. He's older. He's had some health issues, so he's obviously worried about it. It must have stressed him out a lot. And my dad ends up just like about a week before he has to go in. I'm in a dream, and I'm in a basement, like with wood paneling, or maybe a doctor's office, but with high windows, light shining in, and it's like a waiting room with a bunch of older people and all types of people. And it's like, I get it back just a little second, because like over my whole life, I've had things with my dreams and stuff. And at that moment, I don't know why, but I remember speaking, like wanting my wife, Olivia, you see this, Olivia, you got to see this. And then it felt like Olivia was there. And then all of a sudden, a lady, dark hair, maybe in her 30s, comes up to me and she says, hey, I'm Susan. Gives me a big hug. So I just know this is real. She still whispers in my ear, say, hey, tell your dad Susan said it's going to be okay. And then so, you know, I call my mom the next day. And I said, Susan, say, Susan, tell her the story. Now, my dad has a sister, Kathy, 2 other brothers, but he also has a sister that was older than him. She died when she was about 4 years old. Her name was Susan. So like, I knew he had an older sister, you know, I knew the story, but I had no idea her name or nothing like that. Nobody's talked about it. Like, you know what I mean? She passed when, you know, he was maybe, I don't know, she was 4, she was older than he was like a baby, 2 years old, something like that, maybe, you know?
That's wild.
So that's what I mean, a validation. So things like that and other things, you know, just whether we call them coincidences or whatever. But then you sit back and you wonder, well, you know, I can tell you another one real quick. One related with at work. I've never told anybody this one. We have a lady that runs things there and another lady, the second lady. And there was an incident one time with me and a driver. And she had gotten in between us. And I remember her bumping into me. Her like getting right in between us, bumping into like both of us. I remember feeling the bump and things like that, and her separating us. So after that, man, it must have been, I can't tell you how long, months, maybe a year. I have a dream where I feel that person got in between us, and I feel it. And I'm like, and then I see 3 names associated with her, 3 male names. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's an odd one because normally I get my answer.
Mm-hmm.
So then I go to work and I ask her. I don't tell her the story. I say, hey, do you have anybody, 3 names, blah, 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 like something, like I don't know, but maybe 3 longer names, close to you, family, anything? She's like, no. I'm like, you know, my name's Alexander William Foote, you know, like 3, like nothing. She's like, no. And then I want to say a week or 2 later, the one dude who I had gotten into it with happened to be the guy accused of murdering somebody. And remember, I didn't know he had 3 names. I only knew him as the 2, remember?
Yeah, we all did.
Yeah, and then it's the 3 names. And that was that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
So sometimes it'll happen and I won't even know till after it happens and looking back at, like, why?
Right.
Why was that? What was that? Why, what was the point of that type thing, you know?
Damn, bro, that's deep. And that's actually, like, something interesting to know. Because, like I said, I always, with mine, I always kept mine like to myself because like people don't necessarily understand how to take that type of information and they start looking at you differently. Not that I give a fuck, but it's like I just don't talk about it because, you know, it's just like it takes too much for me to explain it to somebody for them to understand what I mean, like what it is that I experience. Like, you know, like it ain't something that it has its good days and it has its bad too, because like I don't be wanting to, I be dealing with my own level of emotions and shit on certain days and certain people's energy just by like passing me. If you say something to me, it's almost like I can hear it, you know?
Yeah.
It's like
a hum or a vibration sensing type thing. It's like a sonar. It's like a bat.
Yeah, it's like someone like help me, or if it's like if the energy is really high, like something good, they're thinking about something very good, and it's got their spirits up.
Well, you can see that a lot. Sometimes, I mean, we know, all of us know that in that extreme of either end, you can see it great. Whereas somebody walks in the room and they're the happy smiling face, you know, that's where you get, oh man, he walks in, lights up the room, you know, or the Eeyore sourpuss that comes in with his head down when everybody's around talking and happy, like, what's wrong with this guy or girl? You know, what's up with them?
Yeah, I pick it up mostly for the people that be like smiling, but they be really in pain. You know what I'm saying? Like they
So do you think then that probably equates to what you've been through, because that it would be a category of mask that they would have?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
same with an addict, right? Because it's that you don't even, I could say this at least for an addict, when you're clean and everything, you don't even know who you were or who you are anymore.
Right.
It's a rebuild.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Okay, I didn't know that. You know, I've only ever been addicted to marijuana and cigarettes, though.
You know what I mean? I'm talking the hard shit.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't understand what that like recovery situation is, because I've never been an addict. So
no, what I'm saying is with that. But what I'm saying is what you mentioned about. I'm just saying your past, whereas it's that mask people put up all the time that's never real, right? That's all I was alluding to. Like an addict does that in that same way. Like if you're locked up, it's that mask. That's why you're seeing the real you when you're out there are seeing that real thing in people.
Yeah.
Because you've been through a lot to see that already.
Yeah.
And maybe those patterns already of people. And you're like, oh, okay, that's just that type of person. He's hiding up for this because of this. You know what I mean? It's like being a step into their psyche before you talk to them.
Yeah, and I get that's what I'm saying. I think I understood what you were saying. I did understand like from the perspective of where you was coming from. That's what I said, because me seeing the fact that I have it, I couldn't tell a person that used to be or is one, or like I can't decipher that. Like, you know what I mean? Like I can't pinpoint it. So like I do agree with that. That is, maybe it is because of that, the trauma, like the mask that I wore, because I do smile even when I'm hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be smiling. You know what I mean? And maybe that is like how I can detect it, and it's more intensified for me when I can read it like that. Yeah,
you've been there and done that.
Been there, done that.
I walked in those shoes.
Yeah. But I feel the energy of everybody though. Like
no, it's that
like,
still. That's because everybody has it.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be an addict or somebody like. They still just have some deep seated trauma.
Yeah,
or like, you know, I always feel like I'm just a scared little boy inside.
Yeah,
the scared little girl inside.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see that little scared little boy inside that person.
Yeah,
there's people at work. We've said,
yeah,
listen, he's just a scared little boy inside. Yeah. That's all he is.
Yeah, and that, because like I said, you talk about this shit all the time because we can see it literally in people where, you know, they'll be the toughest acting, you know,
over compensating. Yeah.
Their manhood and shit.
Yeah.
And like not understanding, like, hey, in hindsight, if you really pay attention to it, is that you just dealing with something that you felt as your safe space has been ruptured or something. So now you're in defense mode with everything because your full case of security is gone. You know, that's like you having you're in the middle of war and they got behind enemy lines. That feeling that you get, you know, like seriously, it's that scared, tremble feeling, like the unknown. Because now we were set up to stop this to come happen this way, but it came from the back, and we didn't see it coming.
Yeah,
couldn't get ready for it. We wasn't prepared for them to bypass our strategy and outsmart us, outwit us to our own plan.
Yeah,
those things happen.
So, can I give Dr. Bacon a couple more examples to see if I'm crazy or not?
You gotta ask me that question. Yeah,
Dr. Bacon, I'm laying down on your couch right now.
Okay, yeah.
Because I got a couple other things. Because I know, like, when we were talking about just possibly being in tune with things or whatever, there's other versions that I might have had that when you're not in a dream state or whatever. And I can point to like a validation where I see where that is too. So where it'd be like I'm with somebody, and I know somebody who had just had a grandpa pass. I'm with this guy, friend of mine. His grandpa passed a few days or whatever go by. This friend of mine is with this girl. He walks into his own house. She's cheating on him, a bunch of whole stuff, right? And as we're driving, he's saying things, and then talking about, you know, maybe I should do this with her. And then I heard this, it almost felt like it just came out of me. And at the same time, I heard this old man, like said his name. It was like, Jeff, stop. And I screamed it in the car and said it like that too. And he was like, looked at me. And I was like, yeah, you know better. You shouldn't do it. So it almost felt weird to me. Okay. So that's like the version I'm talking about. But I have a validation one where it's like, once again, at work, where in this one, we have a lady who we work with in our dispatch. And as I'm walking in to go close one day, she's there, or before she's getting out of there or whatever, see this like face almost in my mind, fatherly figure, and says, need to talk to my daughter, Nicole. I'm gonna have to beep that. But I go in and I was busy with work and I didn't. And then like the very next day she came in the office, closed the door, and was crying. And we talked. So I felt like that was like a validation of like I should have done instead of being preoccupied with work, or I'm fucking crazy. You know what I mean? It's like certain things happen. I got 1,000 more, but those are just, I try to give an example and then like a validation present to what something you would understand through somebody you know might know and understand.
And I completely understand it.
But it's just like, it seems like sometimes that, I don't know, sometimes it just seems weird.
Yeah, that ain't weird, and you're not crazy. That's actually interesting, you know, and what you should learn from that is that don't ever not do it next time.
Well, like this isn't like, you know, this is something too. What I think about is like, you know, I was on the fire department, and I'd say from at least maybe 2016 beyond, I was more hiding anything and everything and not saying anything, like in that sense, or masking it up with whatever. So, but they're looking back at things and seeing things and trying to process things now. It's at least, I feel like, more understandable because, you know, of what we're talking about, being on the same frequency of things. Because that's the way I look at it. You know, I was just on the same frequency as those people, and all I am at that moment is to be that vessel and that tool. And that's what everything else I should put to the side. Anybody should, you know, like if you have that where you feel like it's something that's pushing you to it, don't ignore it. You got to go to it, because sometimes you ignore it, you might regret something.
Oh yeah, you know, like it ain't nobody about it. You will regret it, and that's why I said what I said too, because I had that excuse me, that awakening, like kind of moment where it was like I felt uneasy around one of my buddies, you know, and like it's just like that day was just weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He wouldn't open up. He wouldn't crack. You know, he wouldn't say anything to me about it. Like what was ever bothering them, but they just had like this energy on them, like that was just heavy. And I'll just remember, like, you know, feeling it. I asked him once, but like I ain't pry, because it just like when he denied it, like, oh no, I'm good, bro. You know, I ain't pry. So, you know, he you know, he didn't even budge. He ain't say like, no, he like just knocked it off like it one shit, but I can still see it all over him. Like, man, there's something bothering him. And you know, he ended up passing a few days after that. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like, I was just like, after that, I was like, if I would have just like really just like dug a little bit deeper, like, bro, come on, man, like I feel that you lying, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, nah, I don't give a fuck. I say it, because it's like when a person doesn't like open up, I still keep asking. Like even with the dude in the store, I keep referring back to that because that was like the most recent shit that happened. But that's just like the thing, like, you know. Like I felt a certain way, and I just had to like get to the bottom of it. I don't care what else is going on with anything.
You can't have anything unresolved.
Yeah, I can't, because that shit like really fucked with me, because that was my baby, you know what I'm saying? That was my dog too, you know? And it's like I felt that energy on him, like it felt uncomfortable, like he was like nervous.
Do you feel like you had that almost like a beacon of energy finding or frequency, maybe like an antenna for a long, long time, even when you were younger. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I always like, and the way I used to say it, like I always was trying to make everybody happy, if that made sense. Like that was like a goal of mine when I was little. I remember saying that.
I never wanted people to feel not included either when I was young and stuff. You know, I always felt bad for people who maybe I felt like got a raw deal out of something.
Yeah.
You know, when I knew whatever we were doing at that time, it wasn't that big of a deal, just to win type thing. You know what I mean? Even though I'm very competitive, but I'm competitive in the parts where everybody's competitive.
Yeah.
And if you're all joining something, we're all being competitive, but fun shit, work shit, or whatever. It's like, you know what I mean?
I don't need the W's where it doesn't matter.
No, you just want to make everybody feel like they're included and have a good time. Yeah. And kind of
the life
experience
of the party. I do. I always want to bring people's spirits up. I want to make people that's around me feel, you know, a whole lot more comfortable in the shit that they're going through. Like even the hard shit. Because like when people do finally open up, because I've had a lot more people open up to me more the longer I've been doing this. Because I won't stop. But
you're a good salesman. You're a great salesman. I'll tell you one thing you can definitely see when Austin puts his energy into something, you'll see the growth.
Yeah.
You'll definitely see the growth. He's got his own sales pitches now. He works on it with the guys. Yeah. And they're good. And he knows how to get through that, what they call it, fourth wall to somebody.
Man, I'm telling you, because everybody is the same, not in the character wise. I'm just meaning as in the genuine,
the build.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. If you think about that, everything's the same, at least in the build.
Yeah.
In our construction, our emotions, how we feel. Maybe some leaning more one way than the other, but
it's just all the same still. We just got the same, like, inside, man. Like, most people just want to be loved and be heard and, you know what I mean, felt like a part of something, you know. A lot of people used to tell me, man, Austin, you always calling somebody your family, you know? But it's like, bro, I think when people start being emotionally vulnerable with you, telling you things that they didn't feel comfortable with sharing with nobody, but they told you anyways, you know what I'm saying? That's a different level of friendship there, you know?
Well, that's, you got the trust from the person for opening up to you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's sacred.
Absolutely.
I try to, when somebody is going to truly open up to me about something, then to me, you know, we stop playing games for a second and the gloves are off. I'll be honest with you.
Straight buck.
You know?
Yeah, that's why. Like, I already know that with you, but world.
But our honesty's, I think our honesty is a little different because we'll say, well, fuck that negative. You're, you know, you still got this. You're this. You're still that.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't break you. That didn't end you. That one negative thing. You know, so it seems like even whether you might feel like you're tapped in spiritually, or you could be tapped in religiously. You know, there's people that have that version. That's just another version of spirit to me, or align us into something greater than us all. You know, whether it's, you know, you're reading the Bible every day and you believe in the angels and the saints and the spirits of that, you know. So every religion has this connection to the other side, and every religion has their own oracles and seers, you know. And we've been around for a long time. So if it came to mediums and psychics and stuff, there might not be many, but I believe that if you're going to believe that they've been throughout history of time, which I do, we've read writings. Everybody loves Nostradamus, you know. I believe that in our time too, we have people who just are, everybody's got a superpower, you know, that's just theirs, you know. Some superpowers are physical, some are mental, some are emotional, Some people, are helpers and not even know it. They're just drawn to people empathically, and they just see something and want to help,
Yeah.
And if you don't fight that in your path, I think, that's the best way to go. Some people just maybe want to help in different ways too. Some people really want to get down to the root of things, or you might come across somebody who seems like they don't care as much, but maybe they've just learned how to just brush it off quicker. Because I think that's sometimes a problem with somebody when you're like, hey, man, just let that shit go. And then they can't.
But when saying it from that aspect, then, like, we got to also take into consideration some of these people are bred to bring the chaos.
Yeah, definitely.
And they're created to, and
that's a darker soul in any aspect, spiritual, religious, spiritual.
That's
any spiritual and religical you look at. That's just the way it is.
I'm crying, bro. What the fuck? Spiritual. I love it. Fuck it.
But that was just kind of like, I think that everybody, we all have a connection. If we're all energy, and we all vibrate, everything vibrates. Science tells us that. From a rock you seen just on the ground, you can't see it vibrate, but it's vibrating. It's at a frequency that makes it that rock. So it's not out of the realm that there's this other side that either helps us, guides us, leans us into a better direction, gets us on the right path. And like I said, any religical or spiritual.
There you go. Do it again. I like it. That one.
We're changing words here. We're changing times, words, everything.
Hell yeah.
Changing the game.
We're changing that game.
How do you change the game? I change the language.
Oh, God.
Are you a religical man?
Are you a religical or a spiritual
man?
Come on now.
You just
What he say? Yeah, listen, y'all better stop playing with A Boogie with the hoodie, with the flit up. Hey, hold on. Before we go any further, let me stop you right there. Are you following us at the Real Mask Off Podcast 2025 on Instagram?
Oh, wait. Let's do. Okay, I'm the guy at the gas station.
Boom.
I'm working at. You're me. All right.
Okay.
All right. What do you guys? Is that all you? What do you want, sir?
Hey, man, what's wrong with you?
What do you want? What do you want? You standing here? You buying something?
Yeah, let me get a pack of Newport with hundreds of bucks.
I only got a soft pack.
Cool. Ain't they $1 cheaper?
Not here.
God damn.
Here you go.
Man.
Anything else? You can gas?
Yeah, no, I don't need no gas, man. Is everything okay with you today?
No, I'm stuck behind this fucking bulletproof glass selling you cigarettes.
Yeah, that does sound pretty damn
It's
depressing.
terrible. My wife just left me too.
What the fuck?
My dog died yesterday also.
Damn.
You sure you don't want anything else? There's people behind you.
Oh, shit, man. We might as well let them go ahead because it sounds like you need to talk a little bit longer.
Are you going to sell me something yet?
I ain't going to settle nothing because it's time to figure out what's wrong with this guy.
You need more than just a minute.
I told you I need way more than
I
a
go
minute.
too extreme? I got into that character.
Yeah, you went straight.
I'm so sorry.
I just told you what the person I was. Like, for you, literally 35 seconds ago, I was like, listen, I can feel energy. This dude is fucked up. We're about to let everybody else go. Matter of fact, I got their bill.
Take all day.
Yeah, that would take all day.
Something's wrong with this guy behind the glass.
Yeah, man, we can't do it that way.
Sorry, I got in character too hard.
Way too hard. He's trying to get an Emmy in this motherfucker. Yeah, that's the wrong thing.
All right, go. I'll let you go. Just go with your pitch.
Hey, man, y'all need to go ahead and follow us over at the Legacy Brand.
Definitely.
Yeah, man, y'all can check our link out at the Real Mask Off Podcast 2025 on Instagram. Also, that's where we go live on every Saturday at 10 a.m. for the sesh, where we go ahead and smoke a little bud, talk to the community about the shit they want to talk about
with
live.
You guys.
Yeah.
Join us. We love it.
We definitely love that. That shit
I love
is
Saturday mornings.
That's a success, bro. For real.
It's good.
And definitely check us out on all platforms now, right, Mr. Boogie?
Yeah, you can find us on Apple.
Yes.
You're going to definitely see the sesh coming up on YouTube, but you can definitely get I think, the first episode of DRMO, the Real Mask Off podcast.
Yes.
What else? Amazon.
Yep. Amazon, Apple Podcasts. We will be uploading more. We have like 10 of them being uploaded right now on YouTube as this is being filmed right now.
YouTube, we're going to at least invade with a lot of videos, hopefully right away, so everybody can at least see our past sessions. You can see all those 5. I'll try to get down on the video this weekend on YouTube for us.
Yeah. Hey, and look, this is what I'm just now learning. Everybody knows that Alex and myself are learning this podcasting thing out. But I did notice that we get more based off our interactions if you guys are interacting with us via Linktree. The best way you can access our Linktree is through our Instagram page. But if you click our Instagram page, the link is in the bio. Go through the Linktree and you can access everything centered to the Real Mask Off podcast.
I could just type in Linktree, the Real Mask Off podcast, Google it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
And it'll pop up just like that. Yep. So that's another thing. Hey, and if you guys know, this is currently the summertime. So our summer rollout is out. We do have short sets and tank top sets.
Very nice. Your ads are nice too.
For real. That's for the men, women, and children. We got it all covered.
I like the hoodies.
Yeah, I like the hoodies. It's just too damn hot for them.
I know. But especially with the picture of us at the behind the, it's like doing the it's the sesh one. We got the hoodies on. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hey, so look, make sure that y'all go check us out on all our dang on social media platforms.
Email us any questions, comments, concerns, please.
What's that email though, A-Boogie?
Mask off
that is
mask,
not it. That's ridiculous. It's Mask Off Podcast AA
at Gmail.
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm fumbling today.
Fumbling the ball. It's all good. You're the editor, so you can just take it out.
July 5th. We're tired. We're tired.
I'm not tired. I'm just high as hell. Like we've been smoking.
I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode too.
Is the episode over? I was just doing the sidebar. So has it been long enough? Let me see. We can go a little bit longer. 46 minutes. You still got to edit it. It's probably going to be like 30 minutes. We're going short form now.
Yeah.
We're going to keep going because this was actually a good topic.
All right, let's keep going. We got something else we can bring out.
Yeah, we can.
Because we're winging it today.
Yeah.
We got shorted on a couple episodes, interviews. I shouldn't say shorted. We should talk about that too, though.
Yeah.
What we do have coming up.
Okay.
We have something special, I think, for hopefully next weekend. We're working on now.
Well, we do have one for certain next weekend. That's supposed to be
which one?
Jay.
Okay, so maybe 2. I don't know.
Here, if we have to, we will do it.
So we have one with Jay on. He would like to come in and talk about the way his life is and role of leadership and stuff, and he has got a good perspective, different way of looking at things. His view is he's got a girlfriend he's been with for a while, but I'm just saying, like, no kids, so it's like that perspective. Austin and I, our fathers, other people we've had on, well, Kyle don't have any kids.
No, Kyle don't.
But yeah, we so it's just to get another look at through the eyes of somebody like that, because times have changed, for me at least.
Absolutely. And the crazy
in his age, in his position, to me, that's, I can relate maybe in some aspects, but not fully.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is like him being a young black male in a high authority position at a job, creating people's opportunities. So actually, his episode could tie in great with our episode 8, last week's episode. That, and that's a good thing. So that episode right there tie into a lot more, and we'll get to pick Jay Brain with that. And then
we'll have possibly an issue on race, which is kind of predicated more on coming through somebody's eyes who is mixed and has a family and working and doing his thing. Try to see kind of how life works for him. I hate kind of sounding like that. I know life is general for everybody, but there's definitely differences and different situations people could get put into.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And we can really touch on all perspectives because I being a black man, my brother over here, Alex being a white man, and our guest that we're going to have, who was another one we're talking, and that you guys are going to see.
Yeah, we did mention
Jordan.
Yeah, we did mention him before, right?
Yeah, Jordan. That's right. He's mixed. He has both. So we're going to be able to touch on it in all aspects of it.
Yeah, this all leads to when we're saying to email and comment to us and stuff too, because we're still gathering questions for the fellas.
Yep.
And we want to still incorporate everybody local. I know that there's a lot of people that say they want interviews or they would say they want to come on. And what we try to tell them is, listen, don't be worried. Nobody's going to get you at a gotcha moment or anything like that, or try to make you look bad or anything
at all.
We're pretty good at getting people's stories out of them.
Yeah.
So if you let us do our job, you'll be able to do your job.
I guarantee it.
And say and what you mean and what you feel and all that, you know.
For real. Because we actually give a fuck here on the Real Mask Off podcast.
Also, we're going to have another religious topical show, but something a little different from the perspective of the Israelites.
I believe so.
Is that what they would technically be called?
I'm not sure.
We're hoping on this one. We're kind of hoping on this one because this one will be a double interview with, I believe, a pastor also.
Yeah, one of his spiritual leaders that's in the
spiritual leader
within the organization. But I don't know what exactly, and I don't want to botch it. So I will much rather get more of the information.
Yeah.
Before we go in the further in detail with that one, but that one's
another. It's what we're happy about is we get to try to do two people in
at the same time.
Whoa, wait, we try that be finished. You just not. We're in the religious mode right now. Yeah, doing two people at the same time.
Right.
What we're doing is two people together,
and they make it no better. We're in the interview at the same time.
No, we're going to interview. They're going to be two screens on here. On this little doohickey thing.
It's going to be 3 screens.
3 screens. Yeah, we'll be there.
Ours and theirs. So them two. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I'm completely out. That's why I got your last one.
What time is it?
Oh, time to go get some smokes.
Well, I'm saying time. Oh, she'll be pulling up soon. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Hey, so that's just giving y'all a little subpar, so you guys.
Yeah, we don't want to be repetitive too much either.
Yes, we do.
Well,
I'll just play.
I don't want to be
be the devil's advocate, bro.
That's a good job.
I'm fucking around,
but we do want you guys to input. We want your input. It's local areas. The local life, starting just kind of out. Yeah. And we want you guys to be a part of it. So we really need you guys to email us.
Keep sending them emails there, man.
Attention it to the Real Mask Off podcast.
Facts. Go on our link tree. I have an email sign up list. You can sign up and it'll literally be in our day ones. I put all of you guys from the email list on the day ones. Like, look, we got 51 of them.
Yeah, already. And we still got room on Spotify for our day ones. So go follow us on Spotify.
Hell yeah!
If you, that's another way to become a day one is you can follow us on Spotify.
Absolutely.
First 50.
Yep.
You're the ones to get some special merch when it comes out.
Yep.
So and that's in the works. Some other merch, right?
Yeah, we got so much stuff in the works. We don't talk about a lot of our stuff because we try to process everything out before we let you guys know, so it's done correctly when it does pop. So, like I said, and we're still learning a lot of stuff too. There's certain ways that we have to do certain things, so we're moving accordingly. We're not giving up on this mission, not one bit. So that's what we're doing. We're constantly trying to stay active with our social medias, and God knows I am the furthest from a social media professional. So some of our videos be so fucked up and wacky, fuck it. it is what it is, you know. Alex and myself weren't doing nothing on social media at all. Our pages were just existing.
Yeah, I
Just
didn't
people
have
to know
anything.
We didn't have shit. Like,
I'm still learning.
yeah,
I don't know how to do any of that shit.
for real. So I'm learning. Y'all got any input? You're like, what y'all think that we could be better in, or if you like what we doing and you need space for advertisement, we do advertisement here too. We do have other business ventures that we are working on right now. While doing this, like the Legacy brand is an engine in itself, and it's more than just producing our clothing and for our merch and shit like that. It's building other podcasting brands, you know, DRMO Studios, like that. Like we said in the sesh, we were strolling, looking at properties.
What would you?
That wasn't the sesh. That was this episode.
What would you tell people then on for that if they were to just start out? Let's say they just wanted to, you know, start out getting their brand out. What's like any tricks you've learned in this past few months? Well, how long has it been now? A few months, maybe longer than that.
About like that we've been live and active.
Well, no, just the way we learned totally since, you know, I don't know, the last 8 months or so.
8 months, yeah.
Any tricks that people could get past already that you thought that learning in social media between Instagram, TikTok, any of those platforms?
One thing's for certain, two things for sure. We didn't know about a lot of things like on the technical side. Like Alex went ahead and did some research on some halfway decent microphones. Don't even know the name of brand. It just came in a box. Look, with some colors on it. Like, you know, it just got a symbol on it. We don't even know what they are.
LCT 240 Pro.
Yeah, them.
Those,
and that's what
they're front facing.
They're front facing
square ones.
They work. We have it comes with the boom cover for the mic, you know, so that cancels out a lot of the background noise.
We got those for like $200.
Yep, and that's both of them. The
with like lifetime warranty, switch out. Yeah,
anytime anything go wrong with them, we
just got
don't like
weird deal that day.
The green on this motherfucker starts fading. We can send the shit in. Like,
then we got what is this thing called again?
Focus.
Focusrite Scarlett.
Yeah,
20
2 I2.
2i2.
Yeah, inverter. For a 2 mic plug, you know. We got this overseas laptop,
no name brand laptop that has no insignias on it or anything
at all. But
all your information goes straight overseas to the Chinese.
So, fuck it.
Yeah, they need to learn this shit too.
Hell yeah, or they already know it. But
they just they transcribe ours in Mandarin over there.
Yeah, maybe Alice can put the link in the bio for you guys to check the laptop out, because it works like an Apple Mac laptop, like no bullshit. It works good. It holds a lot of data. We got more RAM space in this motherfucker than they are even offering over here in the States.
Yeah, we got lucky with this, right? Bishop picked this out for the price too,
and the price was crisp.
Yeah, and he couldn't even believe it had that much.
It's like 24,
whatever it is,
RAM gigabytes, just shit like that.
40s, I don't know,
some shit like that. It was somewhere in that ballpark. You want that?
Yeah, I just think that, so that was what, let's just say 250, 200 mic stands, another 200 or 100. I mean, with that kit thing we got.
Bought the furniture from our job.
Oh, yeah.
$50.
Yeah.
What bad?
I'm looking around here. Oh, the banner.
The banner, that was about like $30. We just custom made that on Amazon.
Everything in this room to get a podcast started, minus the Podcastle program. We pay for that. I mean, but that's not much either.
Yeah, in the beginning.
Yeah, you got to add that in. That's 20. Yeah, in the beginning we got to, then we moved up, but it's cheap, $20 a month.
Yeah, it was very cost efficient. We're looking about like $1,000, guys. Less than $1,000
for a 2-person setup.
Yeah.
You know, we had a camera we got Bishop's camera.
Mm-hmm.
So we always video record too, so we could actually even put these out.
Yeah.
We just haven't. We like to let you guys think we look like our characters,
Yeah.
our AI characters.
Yeah, and the whole thing is we starting to pop our faces out there live. We realistically, like we said in several episodes before, it's just that once we started to understand like the whole premise of like podcasting and the way you can build a brand and image and everything from it, we just honestly would much rather be in our own merchandise when we are showing y'all the actual film. So season 2 is what we're shooting for. Season 2 is what we're aiming for us to release that,
Which this season right now, this is episode 8, and we're going to have what?
This is episode 9 right
or
here.
episode 9, and then we're going to have what?
Probably, I think we might go to 16.
16?
Yeah, just because of how many interviews we already have lined up, and then we just always got to make sure we got that balance.
So 7 more. And then we're going to get, we got some side projects we're going to work on.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll be set up hopefully for studio ready.
Yeah.
And for you guys to come join us on these shows.
Yeah, for real. Like in person. That's what I said. We're working and everything, like I said, at this moment, presently now, and there's not no pressure on you guys out there, is out of our pocket, and we are trying to like create a platform for people to get noticed that aren't getting noticed out here or recognized.
Mm-hmm.
We can work together.
We all have a voice.
Yeah, and utilize our platforms to promote each other, man. Let's help each other become successful out here.
So we have somebody, that's coming up. We have some other people that before we do season 2, we're going to probably still hopefully do the sessions, and then also do other side projects, help a friend of ours, and then go from there.
We got one already locked in, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And we are, as y'all can see with our social media, he's the main person sharing our shit, aside from Miss Olivia, Mrs. O, you know what I'm saying? She shares as soon as it hit the market though. She ain't playing no games. As soon as it hit the market, you gonna see it on her page. You know what I'm saying? She knows. But I'm Not a Gangster podcast with Uncle Don, man. That nigga, no, he's the guy, man. He always tapping in with us, making sure that our brand is going okay, because he's currently working on his release, and what he got in store for y'all.
Yeah, I think what he's got in store for you guys will be pretty good. I don't want to say anything, but I think that his lineup and show, a lot of people are going to enjoy. So,
man, I know y'all going to enjoy it, man. If y'all anything like us, man, like shit, you gonna love this. It's funny as fuck. Anybody that know Don too, like that dude makes you laugh at shit you ain't even supposed to be laughing at. Like, dog, you don't get your stupid ass on somewhere.
I think he's gonna also tap into the little sports betting in his show.
Yeah. So you fucking.
So you guys, you can take his advice or not, but you might want to.
We seen him cash out 22,000, 16,000. I'm not saying I ain't misspeak. I said 22,000, 16,000. I've seen him.
Yes.
He come to work like, yo, look, look what I just did. I'm taking a few days off. Like, dog. Yeah. So man, definitely, man. Hey, look, we come on. We always promoting our brand and everything that's tied to our brand. And I'm Not a Gangster podcast is shit with Uncle Don. Hey, that shit gonna be fire.
I'm Not a Gangster.
Hell yeah, that's another part of the
last Don. He's the last Don. Uncle Don.
Yeah.
Uncle Donnie boy.
Uncle Donnie boy. Yeah, I'm talking about. But hey, look, man. Hey, it's always a pleasure to get y'all and have any bit of y'all time, right? I'm even talking about if y'all only tapped in for 30 seconds of our time. We appreciate it, because we understand, especially in this day and time, how the world is, the economy is right now. Everything is hard for everybody out there. And like I said, we're not here to put no pressure on nobody. We all just trying to grow and elevate it together as a unit, a community, and do the things that we love to do. So we appreciate y'all. We love y'all, and we definitely do care for y'all. So if y'all have anything that y'all would like to discuss with us, want us to touch on, I say this every episode, Alex say this every episode, and we're going to continue to say this because we want you guys to know no matter what we're small or if we get any bigger, like I put it to you like this, we always want to be about our community, right? Mm-hmm. Hey, so look, hey, check us out on our email is Mask Off Podcast AA@gmail.com.
I couldn't have said that all any better. After that, I'm gonna put some applause after that.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Wrapped up after I shouldn't even speak.
No, fuck that. We need to hear good. Alex's voice that always. I just always want to let them know out there, man, that you guys are being heard, regardless if we small now. But even when we bigger, I do want to stay that way. Later on in time, we will have a staff that will be able to handle and delegate all the other stuff. But our day ones, I want us to be the ones that y'all got direct access to us and be able to talk to us. And we talk about the shit that you want to talk about because y'all the ones that started with us. Yeah. So, hey.
We hope to make something for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. We try to cover a lot of different topics, and you'll definitely see that even coming up in the next season.
Facts. Hey, so look, y'all know what to do. Follow us on all our social media platforms.
Boom.
Check for us in the link tree.
Boom.
And if you love us, heart us. That's all you got to do because we always know that we love you guys back.
Boom.
Right? Boom. It's just that easy. You feel me? Boom. Yeah. So until the next time.
I love you guys. I love you.
Yeah.
I didn't say I love you. I wanted to specifically tell you guys I do love you.
Alex loves you guys. And guess what? I love you guys too. And I want you guys to understand that and believe that. And remember, we only here to unmask the truth.
What up, though, y'all? It's your boy, Austin.
I'm Alex. You're tuned into the Real Mask Off Podcast, where real talk lives.
We built this brand from our story. 2 fathers with 5 kids. Each no silver spoon, just soul and hustle. Now it's stitched into every fabric of the legacy brand.
This ain't just merch. This is an identity. Father of 5, mother of 3, deep in the D. We make gear that reps you.
From varsity jackets to hoodies with the tally marks. Every piece of this legacy wear, this is the real one raising kings and queens.
So if you're about yours, hit that link in our bio or go to thelegacybrand.myshopify.com. Cop yours, rock it, and rap your story. The Legacy Brand.
Unmask everything.